Welcome back to another edition of the Optimized Weekly Market Recap. I'm David Ferreira, and as always for today's recap, we'll take a look at last week's activity in the markets, as well as what we're watching for in the week ahead. The TSX was on top for North American markets last week, as value-oriented companies broadly outperformed growth. The TSX finished the week up 83 basis points and has steadily climbed over 6% since the beginning of the year. In the US, the Dow Jones finished the week up 84 basis points, the S&P up 39 basis points, and the Nasdaq finished the week down 30 basis points, however still up over 10% year to date. Looking at sector performance, utilities and real estate were the strongest performing sectors, while technology and communications lagged behind. Now, looking at the events from this past week, we got an update on US GDP figures, and an upward revision to fourth quarter GDP from 3.2% to 3.4% was a welcome surprise, highlighting the resilient and stable economic growth in the US. Friday's US PCE Core Deflator report, which is the Fed's preferred inflation gauge, eased to 2.8% year over year, down from 2.9% in January, which is in line with expectations, and the smallest increase in nearly 3 years, a welcome sign and very much in line with Fed policy goals. And more good news on the GDP front for Canada. In January, Canada's real gross domestic product experienced growth of 0.6%, up from a 10 basis point decline in the previous month, which is a substantial improvement. Although this was mostly driven by the education services sector, growth was widespread, with 18 out of 20 sectors reporting growth in Canada in January. Now for the week ahead, data on US jobs openings will offer a glimpse into labor demand ahead of key payroll numbers on Friday. Speakers from the US Fed, which include John Williams, Loretta Mester, and Mary Daly, and Michelle Bowman, will provide an update on the state of the US economy. And Canadian employment data will be released on Friday that may provide hints on future monetary policy from the Bank of Canada. Certainly no shortage of excitement in the markets last week, with more to come in the week ahead. As always, thank you for watching and see you soon.